Hay mga igsoon, ako'y nasulat nga gamayng libro, no, entitled The War on Drugs. And I subtitles niya, Unmasking the Enemy and Equipping the People of God. Kani nga libro, actually na nasulat na to tungod sa mga kontrobersya about sa war on drugs. Pero gamay introduction ako dali is that about the drug is the battle of all. Hindi naman dahil ito ay programa ng administration kaya nagkaroon ng war on drugs. But the war on drugs is the battle of all. No? But we will never be successful in this battle of drugs if we don't know our enemy and the power of its weapon. So, pag nagpunta tayo ng gera, dapat alam natin kung sino yung kalaban natin at alam natin kung gaano ka-powerful yung mga weapons na nasa kanila. And then, unmasking the enemy will give us the idea of what kind of weapons we need to use to overpower our adversary and to treat the effects and consequence it brought to our society. That's part of the introduction of the book that I wrote. Okay. Yan nga, sabi ko, hindi tayo mananalo sa gerang ito kung hindi natin kilala ang kalaban at hindi natin alam kung gaano ka-powerful ang kanyang weapon. If we will only rely to the program of the government, mahirapan tayo dyan, no? Okay, but of course, kailangan natin na may programa ang government and we hope na kahit sa susunod na administrasyon, hopefully, tuloy-tuloy ang war on drugs, the program on war on drugs. No? Tuloy-tuloy ang programa on community-based rehabilitation program. Dapat hopefully tuloy-tuloy yan. Because with that, yun ang magiging partner natin sa ating war on drugs. I mean, our own war on drugs, no? Because almost all, no, if not all, but almost all of the families in the Philippines, no, mayroon talagang nagiging biktima ng droga sa ating hanay sa family. It's either in your household or sa mga kakilala mo, clan mo, no? Maybe your brother, your sister, or maybe your cousin. Nagiging biktima ng drug addiction. And the children that we have now might be the next victim of this. So this is the war or the battle of all. Hindi lang ng gobyerno, but ng lahat. Okay? So we will start dito sa topic na paano natin malalaman, no? What are the early warning signs? What are the early warning signs na malaman natin na ang isang kabataan ay nag-start na magiging involved dito sa paggamit ng illegal drugs. Number one, you have to agree with me with the saying, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. So it is very important for the parents to know the circle of friends, no, ng mga kabataan. Because if the circle of friends, mga kabataan, makikilala mo dyan, no, na naninigarilyo, umiinom, ang mga kabataan ay maybe even one of them na alam mong nagdodroga, then the possibility, of your son or daughter to be influenced by the peer, or mga kaibigan niya is talagang napakalaki. The tendency for your son or daughter to be influenced is very high. And that's why you need to talk to your son or daughter kung paano makipagkaibigan. Okay? Because you cannot just justify na, mga kaibigan ng anak ko, although mga drug addict yan, although lasinggo yan, pero yung anak ko, iba talaga yan. Hindi yan sumasama sa paglalasing ng mga yan. No? Then that is almost impossible. So sabihin ko na lang almost impossible. Kasi posible din naman. Pero yun nga, kung mga kaibigan mo nagiinuman, don't tell me that your son or daughter is praying the rosary, or reading the Bible in front of them. Isa yan, no? Tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. That's one, okay? Then monitoring how she or he spend the money, because drug addict usually spend more than usual. Pero of course, you don't judge right away. Baka naman nagka-girlfriend, no? Kaya mas malaki ang ginagastos. Ganon. O may nililigawan pa lang, kaya malaki ang ginagastos. But usually, that is one indication, no? Saan ba napupunta ang pera nito? Maybe in some other addiction, some other hobbies, and other vices. But of course, you must be alarmed, no? Kasi minsan, ang huling na kakaalam na nagiging victim na yung anak is yung mga magulang. And that's why, look at that area also. But that is not all, okay? So, the first is know the circle of friends. Second is tingnan mo kung the spending habit of the child or the teenager. And then third, a change in sleeping pattern. Usually, pag naka-drugs, hindi natutulog yan. No? Ang mga drug addict or nakagamit ng droga, they can stay awake 24 hours. Mayroon pang 3 araw na walang tulugan. So, that's how they are. That's the one of the effect, no, of drugs in their life. Yeah. Tapos, of course, pwede din na pagka nalubat na, talagang tulog na tulog. Yan. So, tingnan mo rin yan. No? Of course, you have to check baka nagka-insomnia na yung anak mo or baka talaga gumagamit ng droga. And then loss of appetite. Hindi nakakakain yan. No? Kung pilitin niya kumain, may sabaw. But usually, hindi nakakakain yan. And that's why you have to look at that. Bakit hindi kumakain? Pumapayat. So, tingnan din yan. Mga early warning sign ng mga kabataan. And then, the person becomes irritable. No? And some parents would say, my son or daughter is already irritable even before. But my answer to that question is that how often is her or his irritability comes out before as compared to now? Kasi pag lubat yan, talagang irritable masyado. No? Sabi saya pa, bigla lang gamay, kuanda yun. Buto na yun. So, napaka-irritable ng isang tao na nakagamit ng drugs, lalo na pag nalubat sila. And then, the last one is that you will notice a disorder in dealing with his or her priorities. Yan. Malalaman mo kung paano niya ginagawa yung mga priorities niya. Any kind of addiction, malalaman mo talaga na naging addict na yung isang tao pag yung priorities niya napabayaan niya. Like for example, napabayaan niya yung pag-aaral niya, napabayaan yung mga obligasyon niya sa bahay, etc. Yan ang isang mga indikasyon. Now, to confirm all this na talaga kung yung anak mo or yung nagda-drugs, no? Subject him or her to a drug test. But make it i-surprise mo. Okay? Huwag mong i-schedule. Kasi pag na-schedule yan, pag naghinto yan ng 1 week, no, hindi na ma-detect minsan ng drug test kit ang substance sa ihi ng anak mo. Okay? So, surprise, no? Like for example, hindi nakakatulog. Hingian mo agad ng specimen. Subject mo to drug test. Then, of course, tingnan mo din. Baka nagpunta ng CR para iihi doon. Yun pala, may tinetext na kaibigan sa kapitbahay na abutan siya ng ihi ng mga bata, no, nakakilala nila. So sometimes they are like that, no. Kaya tingnan mo talaga, no, tingnan mo talaga na kanya yung ihi na binigay sa iyo. Just to confirm if your doubts na yung anak mo gumagamit na ng droga, at least as early as possible, pwedeng maagapan ka agad, no, kung bakit siya gumagamit ng droga. Wag nang palalain. Now, if your child, no, if the teenager is found positive, then accept that you are the victim. Okay? You did not push your son or daughter to be like that, no? Sometimes because of the influence of the people around him, the presence of drugs in the society that makes your son or daughter an addict or a user. No, hindi natin tawagin addict, yung bago pa, user pa lang. So, then, of course, you have to accept that, and then from that on, bigyan mo ng atensyon ang anak mo kung paano siya matutulungan. Okay? So, like for example, you have to ask the help of professionals, and then accompany your son or your daughter to join the community-based recovery program, or if you have the money and your son or daughter will submit, then ilagay mo muna sa in-house rehabilitation program. Then monitor. Minsan talagang nagkulang tayo. But of course, we have to face the reality na mayroong nangyari sa family. No? Maybe busy ka lang, and then may mga barkada nga yung mga anak mo, and then suddenly out of their curiosity, they try to use drugs, and yun, na-hook sila doon. And that's very important for us to accept, that we are the victim. We have to face the reality, and then ask our son or daughter to submit to a rehabilitation program in order for them to get out of the trouble, no? Kasi pagka lumala yan, mahirap. Okay? And then, of course, mahirap natin silang tanggalin kaagad, no? Especially if they are happy users. So those are the things that we need to know in order for us to uh, help our sons or daughters in the early stage of using drug addiction. So thank you so much. This is your pastoral counselor, Brother Dennis Mabayao.